Hello, hello, everyone.
Good morning.
Hi. I'm so excited. I'm so excited, Kat, that we've got you here today.
I'm excited to be here.
Oh, let me make sure that we're showing up live here in the Intuitive Daughters of God Facebook group. Yep, there we are. Awesome, awesome. All right, I'm going to go ahead and paste your event link into those comments and pin that while we're, oops, sorry. Aha. Oh, Fran's watching. Hi, Fran. All right, great. We are good to go. All right. So those of you who are coming on, we are watching with, we're tuning in with StreamYard. And if you've given permission recently to StreamYard to use your name, I'll be able to see your comments with your name. And or if you're watching on YouTube, that comes through. Oh, so actually, if we want to jump over to comments, Kat, we've got, is it Francie Hutchins
Hi,
who's watching
Francie.
in? Hi.
I love it.
So it's funny because we've got Fran and Francie so far that we know of who are
Perfect.
here with us. But say hi and
Hello,
say,
hello.
let us know who's watching and where you are tuning in from. I am Nanette. I am the founder of Intuitive Daughters of God, which is a movement that is spirit saturated. We love and follow Jesus, and we follow his heart and his vision for us, which is one of the reasons I'm so excited to have Kat with us talking about her vision board experience, which is coming up in just 2 days. I'm super, super excited. So if you have a friend or a family member who maybe you guys have been talking about creating a vision board together, or you've just got somebody who comes to mind that you're like, man, if I was going to do a vision board experience, actually create a vision board, there's somebody I'd love to do it with, go ahead and share this video with them. And yeah, we're going to jump into it. So I'll introduce Kat here properly in just a few minutes, but we were just chatting before we came on here about 2024. And I was letting Kat know that this is the first time that at the beginning of a calendar year that I've really been that like I feel that God's eye is on his daughters and that he is really prompting some intentionality in approaching this calendar year and invited me, and I know he's invited Kat to partner with him in that. And so that's why I invited Kat on here. At the end of January, we are actually running an event in Intuitive Daughters of God. I haven't even officially announced it, so just consider this a teaser. It's going to be awesome. End of January. But here at the beginning of January, Kat has an event, and it's an event to create your own vision board. And I love how she's done things so differently. So we're going to jump into that in just a minute. But I wanted to tell you real quick what I'm hearing from God about 2024. Okay, as we all know, all of us in the US know that this is an election year. And I don't know about you, but that automatically makes me go, ugh. Right?
Yes.
So no matter we're not talking about where you fall politically, just the process, just the experience of everything that can go along with that, and the emotional charged, socially charged, culturally charged nature of an election year. I will tell you, the last time we had an election year, oh my gosh, I dreaded it so much. This year has been different because God has been speaking to me about rising above culture, and his daughters are meant to rise above. So here's what two things he's told me about 2024 for his daughters. Soar in 24. Okay, eagles will actually fly above a storm. And expect more in 24. And that goes along with a personal word that he's been sharing with me about retroactive yield. So this is a year that I believe that restoration is happening. And even in areas that we feel like, oh, nothing happened there. I really thought I was doing the right thing and it feels like it fell flat.
Mm.
And he's saying, I'm renewing your vision board, right? I'm renewing your vision and stirring up in you the dreams I have planted and placed in you.
Come on.
And so we're partnering with him in that. And that is why we're here to share about the vision board experience. So I'm going to go ahead and just show this. So everybody knows when it is. I'm going to leave this up here and I'm going to introduce Kat. Okay. So, Kat Timmons. Kat is a teacher, coach, and worship leader carrying a message of hope. She spent the majority of her life knowing of Jesus, but not having a relationship with him. I know that's relatable, definitely, to some of us, right? In 2014, she began cultivating and learning about having a relationship with Jesus and has since become passionate about sharing with others how to be a friend of Jesus. Her big dream is to help others confidently hear God's voice so they may walk in their God given identity and purpose. Kat holds workshops to teach people how to create and use vision boards. She uses her training as a teacher and a coach to help people confidently hear God's voice and process the prophetic words God has given them. I absolutely love that. I love that. And the thing I was just telling you, Kat, is even though I hear from God, sometimes for the group, right? And even though you'll sometimes hear for God for the group, it is not only as important, but I would absolutely argue more important to hear and follow God's word for yourself and to go after
Absolutely.
that. And so that is part of what we're going to talk about today. And so I'm really excited to jump in. So, Kat, oh, we have a mutual friend, by the way, Kim.
Kim.
Kim Lim. Shout out to Kim. That's how you like my background. Woo, very okay.
Right? Woo woo.
Oh, and by the way, shout out to Kim and Happy New Year.
Woohoo! I didn't bring my little noisemaker, so here's my little woohoo.
Yay!
Oh, that's
So,
so great.
Kat, tell us about vision boards. Why vision boards?
Well, vision is super important. I always go back to everybody makes New Year's resolutions or we create a list of goals of things that we want to do. And then what do we do with them? We just like stick it in a drawer or it gets shuffled around in papers on our desk or our countertop or wherever, right?
Mhm.
And we don't keep it in front of us. And vision boards help us keep those goals and things in front of us. And if you don't
Yeah,
know what a vision board is, it's basically just think of a collage of pictures, right? There's power in imagery. And so we
yeah,
use images. You can use words and stuff too, but imagery to like really help you hone in on those goals and your focus for the year. And then you put
yeah,
it up in front of you. Habakkuk 2:2-3 says we got to write the vision and make it plain so that the one who reads it can run with it, right? So I mean, I
yeah,
always in my workshops I'm always telling people like, can you imagine carrying around this stack of like papers or journals or whatever? It's like you're writing down the vision, but how do you make it plain? I don't have time to carry around all these journals and read through them again and do all this stuff. It's like, no, we got to make it
yeah,
succinct. And imagery does that. So we create vision
yeah,
boards so we can keep it in front of us and it doesn't get shuffled in amongst all
yeah.
the other stuff. And it can be right there in front of us and we can look at it and focus on it every single day.
Yes. Oh, I love that. And that's so well said. And so so one of the interesting commonalities with a lot of intuitive daughters of God is we want access to what God has said to us, or we want to be able to, yeah, we want to be able to connect with that on a regular basis. And we are known for carrying like satchels of multiple journals and books and like all kinds of stuff because we never know what we're going to need, right? And so
Yes. Always
So,
prepared.
yeah,
Always prepared.
you need to be prepared. You just never know what you're going to need in the
No.
moment, right?
Right.
But knowing, like, I love how you're talking about that. They say a picture is worth 1,000 words.
Mhm.
And so having that visual that connects to the words that God has spoken, that are on your heart, that are before your eyes, that are directive, right?
Yep.
Because that's the deal about vision, and that's why without vision people perish,
Mhm.
is because we're moving towards something
Mhm.
by having those visuals, by having that vision, right?
Absolutely. Well,
Yeah.
and pictures, like the power of imagery, it can just pull you into a moment. I always use in my workshops an example of like a nice fall scene. I mean, here in the States we have the four seasons or whatever, and in the fall it's like the leaves change colors and there's all these beautiful things and there's
Yeah.
pumpkins and there's blankets on chairs and I mean, like this imagery can just draw you in, and
Yeah.
it's the emotion, which encapsulates like the why. Why am I doing this? Why
Yeah.
am I creating this goal? Why am I wanting to get myself pulled back into this, state of emotion? And it's because I have something I want to go after. And so it's like the power of that imagery. You look at that fall scene and you're going, oh my gosh, I want to be there. And I want to be able
Yeah.
to, just feel all the feels and love all the things about it. And that's what, when we create an image for our goals, that's what it does.
Yeah.
It's like, I really want to go after that, and it drives that motivation for you. And you don't have to do these like ritualistic things to be motivated to do something. It's like, no,
Right.
it's like, there's a reason, like pull into that why. And so I feel like the imagery is what helps us do that.
Yes, definitely. I would completely agree with you. Will you to explain to us a little bit about
Sorry.
your journey when it comes to vision boards? We were talking
Mhm.
about that, where you started, and why it is that you actually created a method of doing vision boards that's different than how you started.
Yeah. So I told Nanette the other day, when we were talking about this, I was like, I'm a recovering perfectionist. So I grew up having to have everything done perfectly. In other words, I need to go from 0 to 10 without doing 1 through 9. Right. And the vision board, the first time I created a vision board, I saw it, like the task was create it for 2016, I think it was. Right. And I looked it up and I'm like, what do these things look like? And how do I create one? And one, it was like this collage of pictures. And when you're a perfectionist, like a collage of images really just kind of stressed me out in that moment because there was no organization to it. I'm very organized as well. And so
Mhm.
I'm looking at this thing and it was just a disorganized mess is all that I saw. And then I was like, I have to glue things down on a poster board. What? Like I can't change this. And so the perfectionist in me was like, I don't know. I mean, I was literally just like jumping out of my skin. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do this. And so um I did a vision board where I like glued stuff down on a piece of poster board and for a couple of years. And 2018, I was like, I literally cannot do this anymore. One of my core values is efficiency. And I'm like, I am recreating this wheel every single year. And it's like you put things on your vision board for a year's worth of time and you don't know if you're going to get to all the things. I mean, like I don't know if you're like me or not, but I have like thousands of ideas. I'm in the shower this morning and I'm just like, oh, idea, 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 idea. And you try to put
Yeah.
that on something that's going to be in this mold of a year. And I'm like, I can't do this. So
Mm.
2018, I was like, who told me? It's like in the
Yes.
garden, like, who told you
Who
you were
told
naked,
you?
right? Yeah, like who told you? Like, who told you that you had to glue everything down?
Right?
Nobody. You assumed that that's the way it had to be done, and that was the only way that it could be done, right? And we all know there's like 1,000 ways that things can be done. So I
Yes.
decided to be rebellious. I call it my rebellious year, and do my own thing, and put it on a bulletin board. Like, there's the secret, right? It's
You're in
like
the right place, by the way, for all the
bulletin
ideas,
board.
people.
Yes, I love it. I
You're
mean,
literally
let's
like,
have just a
all it
brainstorming session, and we'll all just be like, yes.
know. It's so much fun.
So
Yes.
that's how I came to the bulletin board, the vision board that can grow with you, because you can adapt it and you can create it however you want, and you can make it as pretty as you want, or as organized as you want, or as unorganized, like
Yes.
whatever style you love, it
Yeah.
works. It works for you. And I even have
Yeah.
a couple of friends who I don't want to say they don't like to do things tactile, but digital is their
Yeah.
thing. And so it even translates over into the digital world.
Yes.
So that's kind of how this whole
Yeah,
process came
I've done
about.
a digital Pinterest board before that was a vision board. It was
Mhm.
not very it was just like, kind of haphazard with no guidance whatsoever,
Mhm.
but I am somebody who typically prefers tactile, but there
Mhm.
is something so I love how this kind of it gives that customizability. There we go.
Yes,
So, I don't even know if that's a real word, but that's okay. I'll go with it.
it is today.
Because like I said to you, when it comes to intuitive daughters of God, we need things to be customizable, adaptable, and expandable. Personally, I need that. That is the way that I'm able to express myself the best. It's the way I'm able to honor the part of me that loves freedom. It's the way we're able to honor our growth
Mhm.
process as well, right? And
So good.
that's what I see when you're talking about here's this really freedom igniting method of doing vision boards. It's like, oh,
Mhm.
I don't have to do it like everybody else, right? And
Exactly.
so, yes, and
Who
I
told you
absolutely
you had to be the same?
who
Nobody.
told you? And even if somebody told you that in kindergarten or
Right.
something, it's time to let that go.
Yeah. Yes. We are taught to be molded into conformity, but God created us uniquely, with all of
Yeah.
us having a distinct purpose, and we just need to honor that.
Totally. Oh, you're speaking my language. I love it
I feel
so
like
much.
you and I could have many conversations about a lot of things.
Yeah. Oh, hey Don, thanks so much. Happy New Year. And this will actually be saved in here. You can come back and finish it later. So, yes. Okay.
Awesome.
Thank you for joining us.
Yes.
Yeah. So awesome. Awesome. So tell us a little bit about the event itself.
Okay, so the event is this Wednesday, January 3rd. It's 2.5 hours. We are going to talk about, what a vision board is, which we've already talked a little bit about that today, so you kind of have an idea if you haven't made one before. Um, it's all very conceptual, so you won't need materials, you won't need all this stuff. It is a preparation event to help you
Okay.
go and create your vision board.
So
So we're
it's
going
like
to
a
talk about what they
preparation
are.
workshop.
A preparation workshop, yes.
Okay. I mean, that's my language, but
Yeah, that works, that works. Yeah, but we talk
yeah.
about, what vision boards are, why you need them, the importance of them, and then
Uh-huh.
we talk about how to, steward them, what do you do with it once you have it created, that
Oh,
sort of
I
thing.
love that.
So,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. Okay, so it's not just about the creation portion. And it's
Mhm,
not just about understanding the why. It's also understanding about like now what? Now that I have a vision board,
mhm.
what do I do with that? How do I actually use this as a tool? And it answers those questions. Does that sound right?
Yes. And I give you time to walk you through listening to God, listening for
Awesome.
what he has in store for you. That's the experience part. So
Mm,
it's not
okay.
just me, flapping my jaws. It's like you actually get time to write things down. Like, what's going on up here? I call it the brain dump, there's things
Yeah.
we just do a brain dump, and then there's also intentional listening. And so we'll do both of those things in the
Mm,
workshop, and that's what you'll walk away with, is the
yeah.
vision that God has for you for 2024 and possibly beyond. Like, we all get a variety of information, and so sometimes, like the first vision board I did, and this was another thing that drove me crazy, because I was like, there's things on here that I'm getting that I know can't be done in a year. I mean, God can do anything in a year, but in my
Yeah.
mind, I'm like, this doesn't fit. So we're it
Yeah.
again, breaking the mold. How do we handle that? What do we do with those types of things? So,
Yeah. Oh, I love that so much. I love that so much. So Here's how to get here. Okay. Here's how to get registered. Oh, how much is it? I know there is a cost for this workshop,
25,
and I'm somebody
$25.
25. See, I think that is such a sweet price when you are getting clarity on your vision for the
Yeah.
future and getting led through that process. I absolutely love that. I will be there, and
I'm
I
excited.
really hope you'll be able to join us. So here is how you get to the registration. If you are watching in the Intuitive Daughters of God group on Facebook, there is a pinned comment you can click, or it's in the description. If you're watching on YouTube, there is a link in the description of this live, or of the replay. And then same for my business Facebook group. Okay. In the description, you can click that and get there. All right. We hope to see you on Wednesday. It's going to be so good. This is a way you can invest in yourself at the beginning of the year. And it's something that will carry on even well beyond the year.
Absolutely.
So thank you so much, Kat. It was absolutely an honor to have you.
Thank you for
Um,
having me.
yeah. Will you do me a favor? Will you bless this group, just those who are watching now and in the replay?
Absolutely. Yeah, Lord, I just thank you for the Intuitive Daughters of God community. Father, I just thank you that you are releasing a greater level of intimacy with
Oh,
you for each and every single one of them. Father, I just thank you that they are going to come boldly to you in your throne room and just sit with you like
yeah.
Mary did
Mm.
at the feet of Jesus. I just thank you that they are going to find that level of intimacy this year. I thank you
Yeah.
that in that level of intimacy, that they are going to just learn more of who you are, that they are going to know you in new and exciting ways, that they are going to know you in a confident
Mm.
way, that they hear your voice through
Mhm.
many receptors, Lord, that they've been created to run with the ideas and the plans that you have for them, Father. And so I just release, I just feel like there's a commissioning that's happening in this
Mm.
group, Nanette. And so I just
Awesome.
release a commissioning to say that you have permission. You do not have to seek permission, but you have permission to
Mm.
run and go after all of the things that the Lord has for you in this next season. And so we just thank you, Lord. We thank you for your goodness and your
Woo.
boldness. In Jesus' mighty name,
Yes.
amen.
Amen. Awesome. Thank you. The commissioning. Oh, I love that.
Yeah. I
Thank
just see
you.
people
What a
like just
powerful
with
blessing.
everything that they have, like all these things that they've been accumulating over the years. Like God's
Yeah.
like, okay, it's time. Get that one out. Let's go.
Yes.
It's time. Get that
Yes.
one out.
Yes.
Let's go.
I am sensing that too. It is time. It's time. It's time.
Yes.
Oh, so we have one quick question here. Lori
All right.
asks, can we purchase it and then get the replay if they can't attend in person?
That is a great question. Yes, I can send out a replay. So if you would like to sign up, and then I'll send you an email with a replay link.
Okay. Answer's yes.
Yes.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Kat. It's exciting when God brings us together and says, hey, get your two faces and voices together and
Right?
let's agree, right? Like we're just in agreement. So we're in agreement with what God is doing here. We're in agreement with what God is doing with this workshop. And we're in agreement with what God is doing in the hearts of his sons and daughters.
Amen. I love
All
it.
right. All right. We'll see you later. Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year.
See you there. Bye.